It happens that my secretary was off that day. And I'll read it quickly for you. To our Frank Court neighbors, you are cordially invited to a block party, in quotes, to wake up the New York City officials who have not responded to the legitimate needs of those of you who live on Frank Court. Come out to the Gerritsen Beach Property Owners Meeting, Wednesday, May 6th. The meeting begins at 7:30 p.m., but we will await your arrival in case you arrive from work. We will once again take up the matter of flooding on Frank Court. With those elected officials, we are asking to attend the meeting. This is your opportunity to make known that the flooding in front of your house is not just an inconvenience. It may also be dangerous to your health and the health of children and elders living on Frank Court. In addition to our representatives, we are notifying the Board of Health, who is to say mosquitoes carrying the dreaded West Nile disease are not taking up residence on stagnant rainwater that has been flooding Frank Court. This is not a town hall meeting. It is a regular meeting with emphasis on the needs of our friends and neighbors on one block, Frank Court. And we will do this for everyone in Gerritsen Beach. Come out and get your neighbors to join with you at St. James, etc. The question was posed by telephone from one of the representative's office about the West Nile disease. And there's nothing like the internet. I'll tell you what I did. I put West Nile disease, New York City, into Google. And I'm telling you this because so anyone can do these things, especially those of you who are about as confident on the internet as I am. I go to Google for almost everything. And the West Nile disease was a flag to these guys. Just having a flood, which is a pain. I walked down there the other day after the first light rain, and it was already flooded. The West Nile disease was first made its appearance in New York City in 1999. It was not in zip code 11229 from 1999 through 2006. But for about 3 or 4 years, it was in the adjacent zip code, which is across the way over to Floyd Bennett Field. And if by memory, I think it's 11234. And in 2007 and 2008, there were cases of West Nile disease from mosquitoes in 11229. And so if we can't get DOT and these people to fix the grading, is what part of that problem was. They did a bad job at the outset. But someone from Frank Court is shaking their head no, it may be more than grading. We'll wait for your response. And anyhow, Lou Fiddler is going to be here, or his representative. He could not get DOT or another authority to attend, but he did get letters from them. So we should be expecting those, and they are supposed to tell us what they are going to do, period. In the meantime, Joan Burns, who is representing Senator Marty Golden, has given me the news that on May 15th, 12:45 p.m., Senator Golden will meet with everyone who attends on Frank Court and Seba Avenue. And this meeting with the DOT commissioner to try to get something happening here. One way or another, we're going to get something happening. I don't always do this because there have been some things that loggerheads for anybody who's been on the internet, but I do want to say, give credit when credit is due. The GerritsenBeach.net site did have pictures of the flooding on Frank Court, and those are really, like the Chinese say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So that's my report. for, as of this moment. And give me a minute and we're going to do away with the treasurer's report, communications and bills, report of the financial secretary, she is not here. And now, unfinished business, I'll open the floor. Anyone who wants to speak to Frank Court first. Go ahead.
It's a dip. It's really right in front of my house.
Okay.
There's a hole in the ground, like a sinkhole. And I've called 311 since 2000. No, since I moved in, it's 9 years. And there's only so many times I'm gonna call. They're gonna give me a confirmation number. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. I mean, 3 kids and mosquitoes. My daughter is really bad with mosquitoes. Am I not right? Look at them. Genuine. And they said, we'll get back to you.
Are you between Siva and Lois?
Yep.
She's
Okay.
the blue house.
I'm the blue house, right? Where that big puddle is.
Because the other side, they have a kind of a gully going down, and it takes the water right down to the drain. I don't know if that's right or not, but
Somebody put that in.
somebody else put that in? Okay.
Not good.
Next, yes.
Good.
Yep, I'm sorry.
When they did the streets,
Right.
they didn't pitch the street right to begin with. But what I was told by the DOT was that the money was only to resurface. Okay, we dealt with that. They resurfaced. They never used the transit to pitch the water to the sewer. So then they came in with a milling machine and made these things in the middle of the street to do it. Okay, it worked for maybe a month. Prior to this, when the water lays on the block in front of my house, which is right on the corner of Frank and Siva, a couple of years back, from everybody coming down the block with their car, the water flashed up against my house, okay? Undermined the beams under my house, which cost me, I had a public adjuster come, and he told me that my insurance company would never pay it, that I would have to sue the city because of the way the city did the streets. It cost me, I can't tell you how much money to have it dug out, put new beams in. Okay, 2.5 months ago, the DOT shows up. I'm watching them from my window, okay? They were doing potholes on Cedar Avenue. I had to leave for work. I leave for work, I come home that night to a big patch of tar in front of the sewer. So I called the DOT now, because now the water stops. Now we have 2 lakes that we can ice skate on in the winter, okay, and swimming in the summer. The DEP comes and the guy tells me